All right, guys. We're back, but now we're back as the And One podcast.
Yeah, it's like a rebrand.
Yeah, we've been talking about this. We've been hinting this on social media. So yeah, I guess the main change out of all of this is we're moving away from covering all sports to more of a niche. We're moving into basketball now.
Yeah, we're gonna try and concentrate our content into one specific sport, and just take all the juices out of it.
Yeah, there you go. I think it's better for us that way because I think that was one of the only things that we were doing really well. But don't worry, guys. We're not just gonna be talking about NBA news. We're gonna be bringing on people like people
Yeah,
in the
for
basketball
sure.
community here in Calgary.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this it's gonna be like YYC Sports, but just basketball.
Which I mean, if you guys have any suggestions, make sure to let us know, and just feedback
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, because that's the only way we know how to fix whatever we're doing wrong, or if there's anything we need to fix. It's up to you guys to tell us, or we're gonna end up doing that.
Yeah, we're still a young podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are we gonna talk
So
about first?
so I'm just gonna name all the topics that we're gonna cover today. So we're gonna be covering obviously the DeMar DeRozan trade. Um, DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard. We're gonna be covering the fallout from all of that. Kawhi's future with the franchise. Clint Capella, 5-year, $90 million contract. Wade to China. That one's interesting. And Carmelo coming off the bench.
Or if he wants to come off the bench, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that one's interesting for sure, man. I don't know Carmelo's ego.
Yeah, no. I mean, he joined the Rockets, which is kind of tough. Like, I don't know
Hmm.
if I don't know if he's gonna get a starting position.
Is he officially on the Rockets now?
I think so.
Like, because I don't think I've heard any news saying that he's officially. I know
Maybe,
he's signing for
yeah,
the veterans
maybe, I
minimum,
think
but
it's just rumors,
yep.
but they're like favorites.
Okay. Nice. So, do you still want to continue with Melo, or do you want to go into DeRozan Toronto?
I mean, we can go with whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just continue with Melo since we're talking about
Yeah.
Melo.
All right. I didn't really. I was excited at the beginning of the last season because him moving to OKC, and I thought it was
Mhm.
I thought it was gonna be okay. But as the season progressed, like we saw that Westbrook and Paul George, they complement each other well. But Melo, on the other hand, has a different play style, right?
Yeah, because Melo is more of like I'm a post up,
Yeah,
fade away,
he's ball dominant,
baseline.
just like Russell Westbrook.
There you go. There you go. So those guys aren't gonna mesh together.
Yeah, but I also don't understand why he joined the Rockets because Chris Paul's ball dominant. Same with James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how Melo
Yep.
fits.
Yeah, that's why me personally, I feel like he needs to come off the bench.
Yeah, he does, but his ego is just like. Cause I think
Like,
recently he mentioned like he knows when to take his role or something like that, and he says it's not his time to come off the bench yet.
how old is he? He's the same age as LeBron,
Oh no, a
right?
little older. I think 33, 34.
Okay, because I know they were in the same draft
Yeah,
class, right?
they were 34 years. Yeah.
So, 34 years of age. Wade have a starting role?
Wade?
Yeah.
He does. No, actually, he comes on and off the bench a lot. But the good thing about Wade is that he accepts that role. Like he doesn't mind being on the bench.
Yeah, because the guys won a championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And he knows like he's not the same player he was. He can still do stuff, but he's not the same player he was when he won that championship. So he understands
and I
that
think
you need to give the young guys a chance.
yep.
But Melo's not ready
Yeah.
for that.
I think my thing with Melo is he wants to win a championship, obviously,
Uh-huh.
but he wants to be the guy who brought the championship home.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron had that moment. Wade had that moment back in '07. So I don't think Melo hasn't ever he's never had that moment. So
Which sucks.
he's kind of selfish in that way.
Because New York, 2011, 2012, 2013, those years were insane. Melo in
Mhm.
those years was crazy. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't even close to getting a championship.
Yeah, it was Stoudemire was on that team, wasn't he?
Oh my god. It was crazy. Dude.
Yep.
But,
Yeah. So
I mean, the Rockets, they're a better team. They
Mhm.
can do a lot of stuff. Like, next year, it's a promising year for them, right? But
Yeah.
with the what is it? With Trevor Ariza leaving and the addition of Melo, I just see their chances decreasing rather than increasing.
yeah, because I can't remember what it was, but there was this yeah, I saw this stat, or I don't know if it's a stat, but you know the Vegas odds, they were like Carmelo signing with the with the Rockets, their championship chance decrease. It was 4.8% without Melo, and now it's 3.9% with.
That's so sad. I want
Yeah,
Melo to prove us wrong, but I just don't see.
Yeah.
I don't see anything working.
Poor Melo, man. I don't know what's gone into. Like I feel bad for him.
Yeah, no.
Like
He's
the
a good
past
player.
couple of seasons, him and Phil Jackson, I feel like ruined his career.
Right? That's what I say too. Also, we've
Mhm.
seen Melo and Mike D'Antoni in New York, and that didn't really work out either.
Yeah.
And here we are
Wait,
again.
D'Antoni was
Yeah,
there?
D'Antoni coached the Knicks.
Yeah, and he coached the Lakers too.
He did.
Man, this guy's been everywhere. Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Where would you put Melo?
Pardon?
Like, say he doesn't want to get off the bench. Where would you put Melo?
I don't know. Put him on waivers. Trade him.
Lakers? But how would he fit with the Lakers? Because you got Ingram, you got Kuzma,
Uh-huh. LeBron.
LeBron. Yeah, LeBron. I think LeBron's gonna be power forward. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. LeBron can play any position.
Yeah, LeBron's team. I think their death lineup was something like Lonzo, Hart, was it? Kuzma, Ingram, and then LeBron at center.
Ho ho ho. LeBron at center, man. Him and Draymond going at it.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's crazy. Small ball has taken over the league, dude.
It's insane. Like, you know, we're gonna be talking about Capella in just a while, but
Oh, right.
Capella's like one of the only shot blockers left in the league.
Yeah. No, I think yesterday Mike D'Antoni was praising him like a lot. He called him
Yeah.
the best player in the center. I mean the best center in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of, I don't know, over exaggerating to me, but he's got potential.
I don't think he's the best center in the league. What's he talking about?
He's not close. I'd say DeMarcus is probably the
Yeah.
best.
Do you say that because he's joining the Warriors or before the Warriors?
Like
'Cause
there's
there's Anthony
he can do
Davis.
everything. He can shoot. He can post up. He can play defense.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
like at this point, he can handle too. Like he's got good
Yeah.
handles.
Did I just say Anthony Davis was a center? Isn't he a power forward?
He is a power forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Anthony Davis is so much. It's way better than Cousins, but as a
Yeah.
center, who's second? Who would you say is second? Would you say Capella's second? I wouldn't.
I'm thinking about Karl Anthony Towns. He's a center, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Yeah. Karl Anthony Towns.
He's a killer. He's like DeMarcus.
Embiid.
They're both young, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand is why Capella got so much money and for that long too. Because he's technically only had like 2 years that were good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't enough for me to get a max 90,
Like-
to give off a max 90 million.
So this guy, I think he's played what 200. He's like looking at his stats right now. He's played like 230 games. And he's only in his career he's averaged 10 points.
Wow. How
So-
many minutes has he averaged?
Minutes? Let me check because last year I think he had a career year. He scored 3 more points
Yeah.
than his average. But minutes played, he played 27 minutes last year, man. 27 and a half.
Wow.
That's a jump from the year before where he played 24. All right, so I don't know, maybe he plays 30 minutes next year. 4-4-4-4-4.
He probably will, but I don't think that he'll, what is it? I don't think he'll get as many points as he hopes for.
Do you mean like he's gonna score?
I feel like
Like, do you mean less
he'll
than?
score less. He'll play more defense, get more offensive rebounds. I expect an increase in that.
Mm-hmm.
Percentage too, I expect an increase that. But I feel like other NBA teams, they're gonna try and figure out how to stop Capella.
Yeah,
And once they do, he's basically useless. Cause the one thing he's really good at is setting a pick, rolling,
mm-hmm.
finding, getting that offensive rebound, kicking it out to another player.
Oh, I love that.
If they can stop that though,
Yep.
he's completely useless in my opinion. Can't shoot either.
Yeah.
So he's not really a threat from mid-range nor 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really good at
is.
what he does.
Do you know what the surprising thing about Capella is? He's never shot a 3.
Ever?
Ever. Like looking at like I'm looking at it right now. He has 0 3-point attempts. 3-point attempts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Nah, if he works on his 3-point shot,
Mm-hmm.
like that he could be lethal.
Yeah.
I've seen him shoot mid ranges,
Yeah.
but he never does it in game.
Because he shoots 62% from the field, 63% from the field. Last year.
Which is pretty good for a center.
Yeah. So maybe it's like maybe another center that's good, DeAndre Jordan. So that guy.
Oh right, and I expect him to do really well too. The Mavericks in general, I expect them to do really good.
So yeah, speaking of the Mavericks, like just going off topic for a little bit. Apparently Dirk Nowitzki has played with them for what, like 20 something years, like the most out of any
21.
Any player in one league.
21 years. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's I know it because he's played for one franchise more than anybody in any of the big 4 leagues, which is insane.
Yeah. That's like. I mean, I don't think he's gonna retire this year either.
Do you? I feel like he's gonna retire after this year.
Maybe. I mean, he should.
Yeah, go out on top. Or not really, because no, I don't know. At this point, I feel like I know he's still in the league, but I don't think most people know he's in the league.
Yeah, no, I don't really see him. I don't watch Mavericks games. So.
Yeah, I think the one time I've seen him in the last 3 years is that one game where he became like a top 10 scorer or something, and he had that crazy game, that crazy first half, where he was just shooting threes like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he has one of those kinds of games.
Yeah, he always has those games though, like not all the time, but it's a good thing to see.
Yeah. So yeah, Capella, man, we're gonna have to see what Capella does, like in the first couple weeks, to see if it's a good move or if it's a bust. I don't know. I don't know what I said earlier, but now that I think about it, I feel like I know where the Rockets are coming from, but I feel like it's gonna be a bust. Like this guy's got
this year. Yeah, I don't feel so confident about him either.
Yeah. Now this guy has a target on his back.
His best year. I'm sorry?
He has a target on his back now.
Right, exactly. Especially after that playoff run. Like he showed every single move, every single technique that he knew in those playoff games.
Yeah.
And they're definitely gonna watch how he plays. And they're definitely gonna figure out some way to stop him.
They especially now the West is like all congested.
Oh, dude, the West.
Like it's
I
yeah,
I feel really bad for DeMar
yeah.
because he just got lucky with LeBron leaving.
Yeah.
He got traded to the San Antonio Spurs.
Poor guy, man. Poor guy. But he's
Let's
gonna.
talk about DeRozan.
Pardon?
Let's talk about DeRozan.
Yeah, we
I
should.
feel bad for this guy.
Man, as a Raptors fan, I feel bad for DeMar, man.
No, you had an interesting, what is this? Perspective to it though.
Hmm.
You said it was a good trade, right?
I don't know what I said in the moment. Like I know I was talking to you, and I don't know what I said in the moment because I was like so hyped or like there was so much adrenaline pumping. But now that I think about it, I felt like the Raptors had to change something. Like maybe
Yeah, no, I think the culture's changed.
yeah, the culture had to change. Like don't get me wrong, these past what has it been 4 or 5 years like since the Rudy Gay trade have like
Yeah.
they've been insane. They put Toronto on the map. Obviously,
Yeah.
Dwayne Casey coming in, DeRozan, Lowry, all these other role player guys coming in. They created, this culture, Masai. So, I thank them for that, because I remember when I was younger, I used to watch the Raptors, and they were just like garbage. They weren't even that good.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just become this contender. And then
Number 1 seed last year.
yeah, number 1 seed last year. The year before that, number 2 seed. The year before that, they were
Yeah.
number 3 seed. They were winning division titles, man. So
Do you see them? What is it? Falling off after this recent trade.
I don't know if I want to say they're falling off, because the East, like now that I think about the
is
East,
weak, exactly. That's
like there's nobody in the East. Maybe
That's the biggest thing.
yeah, maybe the 76ers, Celtics, maybe chemistry issues.
I feel like the Celtics are probably favorites right now, though, because we don't know what Kawhi and the Raptors can do.
Yeah,
But once once they get some footage out there, or once some games go on, like that's when I'll be like, for sure, like who's the best or who I predict. Well, we should have one of those in one of our episodes in our future episodes, like predictions basically.
for the upcoming season.
Yeah, for the upcoming season.
Yeah, we should.
Like maybe conference predictions or something like that.
Because I'm
If you
looking
guys are interested, let us know.
I'm looking at RaptorsHQ.com right now, and then they're saying that Nick Nurse and Kawhi Leonard got off on the right foot today.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kawhi, I feel this guy's a professional, man. NBA champ, Finals MVP. This guy knows
Insane.
what it takes to win. But the issue, I don't know what it is with I want to talk about the Spurs medical staff, man. Like, what's up with these guys?
Spurs, man. Oh, you're right. I don't know.
Like, Danny Green got traded with Kawhi Leonard, and this guy apparently had an
Yeah.
injury, and it took them a long time
Yeah.
to see that he had an injury.
That's I don't know. As a player, you don't want that around you, right? And especially after Kawhi leaving.
Yeah, and that's scary.
Like a
Maybe
pretend-
Kawhi
like-
had a reason to leave.
Yeah. Like seeing arguably the top 3 player
Mm-hmm.
in the league
And the
leave like that,
yeah.
and without giving proper reason, or not wanting to blame the medical staff or something like that. Although we know it is.
Yeah.
It's their fault, right? And they're not agreeing to what Kawhi's schedule,
Yep.
basically. As a player, you don't want that happening to you either.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of just you don't want to be around that. So that's a thing Spurs have to take care of.
Yeah. And how many years have the Spurs been in this league? Like a long time.
And they've been a good team for a long time.
Exactly.
20-something years.
How about the Raptors? They've only been in this league for like 20 years.
Yeah.
This is like the first first I don't know, first period that Toronto has ever been contenders in their history. Like, if you think about it.
Like legit contenders, yeah.
Maybe when Vince Carter was there, but that was just that was just like going to the playoffs. But going to the conference finals that one year, that changed everything. And then obviously the fans expect better. Like they obviously expect Toronto to do well every single season after seeing those past seasons. So when Dwayne Casey got fired and DeMar DeRozan got traded, people, obviously fans are gonna get pissed off. But we have to be realistic.
I think that it'll work out. Kawhi and Lowry. I mean, the Raptors in general, they're a really good team. They're really, they have good depth and everything.
Yeah, their depth. I think that's the one thing people are overlooking. They got Van Fleet. They got who could have been Sixth Man of the Year. They've got.
He could have. He's a really.
They got that good backup point guard in DeLon Wright. They still got Pascal Siakam. I know I like Pirtle because Pirtle is like a mini Jonas Valanciunas. But
I remember watching Draft Day and I saw. I was watching some college highlights of his.
Yeah.
And he was really good in college, dude.
Yeah. And him and DeLon Wright played for the same college.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, that helps a lot then.
Yeah. Maybe the chemistry or something like that. But this kid, he had a lot of potential, and I'm scared. I'm more scared about him than I am scared about DeRozan. No, I'm being honest.
I mean, yeah, no, seriously, I'm taking that seriously.
Because the Spurs, they got good development. Like they got a good team. They got Pop. Imagine what he can do with Pirtle. He can just elevate his game.
Exactly, Pop. That's what Pop does. Pop just has this magic.
Yeah.
That he just makes everyone better.
Yeah, like I saw a clip where they were saying he could be the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, where he was running drills at the USA minicamp, and he's playing D, man. And this guy, I don't know how old he is, but he's old, right? And he's playing D hard. Like, hard, man. Like
I saw that.
Like right underneath the rim, he's pushing these guys, he's shoving them, he's making them work.
Yeah. That's what I like in the coach, dude.
Yeah.
He's like the dream coach to any player.
And another reason why I'm scared about Pirtle is, you know how Tim Duncan's still talking with the Spurs. He still trained some of their players so he could train Pirtle to be insane.
I mean, I always wanted like my favorite players to join the Spurs because they just rejuvenate people, like players' careers and stuff, right? But I don't know. I don't want to say this is the end for the Spurs because I will regret that.
Yeah.
I know I'll say it. I know.
Of course, everybody does.
But I don't know how far they can take this.
With DeRozan?
No, well, not DeRozan. DeRozan's gonna have a good career, right?
Yeah. He already
the
has.
Spurs organization in general.
Yeah.
I don't know how far they can, because Popovich is gonna retire soon.
Obviously.
That's a given, right?
Yep.
Tim Duncan's gone.
Yep.
Ginobili's the only one left.
Well, yeah, because Tony Parker left.
And Ginobili might retire soon too.
Man.
Like I don't know how far the Spurs can take their playoff streak. How long have they been going? Like 20-something years, right?
Do they have like the longest streak in the NBA?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Like, and it's a long time. Like, it's like when Duncan was like 20-something, young 20s.
Spurs playoff streak. That is 21 seasons since 1998.
Wow.
Which is...
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. But
1998?
I wasn't even born.
Your word. Same.
That's insane, man. But going back to DeMar DeRozan's reaction to when he got traded.
Oh, dude. That must have sucked.
Like, this guy, like, the emojis, the the stories, the eeriness. How, like, he was pissed off.
I mean, he gave his all for Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
right?
He gave,
That was basically his life.
and you saw that interview, right, with ESPN, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, with and his comments about Masai,
yeah,
about how they don't have a relationship anymore. Like they don't. There's no reason to have
like
a relationship.
like I have something up here, like I'm reading it right now, where DeMar DeRozan says, "I feel like I wasn't treated with what I sacrificed for 9 years, with the respect that I thought I deserved." DeRozan explained, by just giving me the say-so off, letting me know something's going on, or it's a chance that I'd be traded. That's all I wanted. I'm not saying you don't have to trade me. Just let me know something's going on because I sacrificed everything. Just let me know you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's all I asked.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing. He was told he wouldn't get traded. That's what sucks.
Did they blatantly say that he wasn't traded? Because Masai said something completely different.
They told him, like, you're probably gonna stay, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say for sure,
Mhm.
because I'd be putting words in their mouth.
Yeah.
But he was told he would probably stay.
Yeah, because I'm reading it right now where he said, I had a conversation with DeMar at the summer league, who said that at the time, DeMar, your jury said at the time, the Raptors were considered a long shot to land Leonard in a trade. I think maybe my mistake was talking about what we expected going forward with him, because they didn't think they were gonna get Leonard.
Yeah, they didn't look like favorites.
Man, imagine if it didn't play out. Where do you think the Raptors would be?
If what didn't play out, the whole trade?
Yeah, the whole trade.
I mean, I think the Raptors would still be up there.
Yeah.
And I still do. I still think the Raptors are going to be up there. Because Kawhi's a really good addition.
Yeah. And I like Nick Nurse, too. Like, Nick Nurse, long time...
I don't know much about Nick Nurse, so I can't really say anything.
Like, okay, obviously, everybody knows that I'm a big Raptors fan. Like, watching the Raptors games.
Yeah.
This guy's the guy who usually does, like, the sideline interviews, like, after the first, second quarter. And he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
He worked really hard with Valanciunas. So...
Is Nick Nurse, like, an assistant... was he an assistant coach?
Yeah, he was the assistant to Dwayne Casey.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so...
How do you feel about that?
I don't...
How do you feel about Casey leaving? Like, do you think it's his fault?
I don't want to say... It wasn't his fault at all. I think LeBron was in the heads of everyone.
Are you saying Casey shouldn't have been fired?
I don't know about that. Like, there's obviously buts and ifs, but think about it like this. Imagine if Michael Jordan's in your division, or Michael Jordan's in the same conference as you, and every time you face him, you lose. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You can never beat him, right? So
Yeah.
the thing with the Raptors was I feel like they were the second best team. They were the best team in the East, in my opinion. But with LeBron there, he made the team. Any team that LeBron joined, he would make them instantly like the number one team.
A playoff contender.
Yeah. So imagine if you have probably a generational player like LeBron playing against you. You can't beat him. Like anything you do, you can't beat him. So what did the Raptors have to do? They had to fire Casey. Like, nobody knew that LeBron was gonna leave. Like, there were rumors obviously, but nobody knew what he was gonna do. But Masai had no choice but to do something, like to change it up, to scare these players into doing something. And to be honest with you, I thought Lowry was gonna get traded, not DeRozan.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't think DeRozan. I feel like DeRozan was more of an icon.
Yeah.
And I felt like they were gonna keep him, but.
But then again, imagine if they traded Lowry, what would DeRozan do?
Oh, that's true. I think it can go both ways.
Because one of them is from South Philly, and the other one is from Compton. These guys know everything about loyalty and brotherhood and all that, all those kinds of things. So they would be pissed off, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, did you see how Lowry reacted last night? Yes, a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? I can't remember.
I saw in training camp in the U.S. training camp, someone asked a question about if he spoke to Kawhi or not.
Yeah.
And apparently he still hasn't spoken.
I have
So,
like the
to Kawhi
transcript
yet.
here from like Josh Lewinberg, the guy who covers the Raptors, where pretty much Lowry said in his tweet, "Do you have?" Somebody asked him, "Yeah, like you said, do you have a relationship with Kawhi?" And Lowry's like, "No." And then they asked him again, "Have you spoken to him?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then they're like, "You don't know? If you've spoken with him?" He's like, "No." What do you mean? And then he's like, "I don't know. I haven't spoken to him." And I think Lowry is one of those kinds of guys. Like I was reading off an Instagram post. I don't know if you know who Cabral Richards is, the guy on TSN. He does like funny interviews with players.
Okay.
He's a funny guy. People should check him out. I like him a lot. He was saying that Lowry is just one of those guys that like likes to joke around with the media, and it's true because if you used to see DeRozan and Lowry, they used to always fool around, and I think maybe he was being sarcastic or fooling around, and maybe people took that as the wrong way like initially, and he just went on with it, like he got pissed off, or second, maybe he text messaged him or something like that, and he doesn't remember, something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe one of those two reasons. And I think I feel the exact same way. I think the media just took this a little bit too far.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what the media does, dude.
Yeah. But
But I want to see it all work out in the end.
yeah, I like.
What's done is done.
Yep. Just move forward. I hope Kawhi stays with the Raptors because Kawhi is one of those low maintenance. I never like. Do you know how Kawhi just like got two defensive players of the years. He got Finals MVP, and then like I don't know, within a couple of years, this guy just went from a no one, like a rookie, to this like best player in the league, just like that. Quietly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I never saw much of Kawhi. Maybe in the finals I saw a little bit of him, but I like when he shut down LeBron. But I didn't watch that series. Like maybe I watched a few highlights of that series, but I don't remember anything from that series. Maybe he's legit. I don't know. I think you've seen a lot of him, right?
He definitely is legit. And I'm sorry?
I was gonna ask you. You've seen a lot of Kawhi.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen too much, but I've watched a few highlights on YouTube.
Is he
I've
good?
watched a couple games.
Like, do you think he's?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, he can do everything, dude. Kawhi can do anything you ask for.
Mm-hmm. And the issue with DeRozan was,
That-
can he play defense?
Well, I mean,
He's. I feel like he's more of like a MELO, but like not with as much of an ego. Right?
yeah, I mean he's a really humble person.
Yeah, I think he modeled his game after Kobe. Obviously, growing up in California, like post up, you know, the N ones, N one, all like this guy. Yeah, I'm just laughing at that. That was a good one, but DeRozan was a good player. Like, I wish he could have stayed with the Raptors and retired with them. But the game is a game. Obviously, the game's changing. What can I say?
NBA's business. You can't really.
And I remember
You
I
gotta move
messaged you back. I was like, I don't like when people say the NBA is a business. Because business is based off of trust. And
That's true.
people don't like to deal with people who are lying to you or don't see your best interest in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel bad for DeRozan. But again, I'm happy. I'm happy for the Raptors.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to see how everything works out. That's why I'm excited. Like aside from the whole five All-Stars and one Team Warriors,
Which is,
Los
I don't even
Angeles
know how
Lakers.
that happened. Like, what?
That's so stupid. Aside from all of that BS, I'm excited for this next season.
Like, do you think they're gonna win?
The Warriors?
Yep.
Oh yeah, hands down.
No, I don't think they're gonna win. It's gonna be like 73-9 all over again. You heard it here first.
Oh no.
It's gonna be 73-9 all over again.
Well, we're gonna have to upload this.
Yeah, because
We're
no,
gonna
look at
put
this.
on the internet.
You see what what's Durant doing? I see these weird things like he's getting into fights with players, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk
With
about it.
CJ, have you seen that?
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Okay, so CJ has his podcast, right?
Yeah.
CJ McCollum,
Yep.
and he had KD on it,
Okay.
and it went pretty good.
Okay.
Right after it finished, CJ got asked on Twitter,
Uh huh.
And if KD's move was weak or something,
Yeah,
like the move to Golden State,
yeah,
and he called it soft, right? He called it soft and,
yeah.
just said some negative stuff about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think KD just
Went off.
retaliated and started
Yeah.
talking about how they're supposed to be friends, or he got really sensitive about it.
Why is KD
And
also
then he
all
got
sensitive
asked.
about it?
I'm sorry?
Is KD just insecure? Like,
He says he's not. He says it's the other way around, right? Which I don't really understand, because you shouldn't even be spending time replying to other people.
mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like media just doing its thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's saying everyone else is insecure while he's the one that's, got his own back.
Like,
Which is not. I mean, you can have that opinion, and I'm not mad at that opinion, but
obviously, but you don't need to go off
I
on
just-
Twitter. Like that goes, even if you're not insecure, people are gonna think you're insecure.
yeah, no matter what, like, it's not helping you in any way.
Not helping your case. You going to Golden State didn't help you at all. Yeah, you won 2 championships, but people remember, what do people call him? A snake, obviously, right? So
Oh, dude.
I think he was a snake. I
Cupcakes.
didn't like him going to, well, at the same time, like I saw this clip. I can't remember. I think it was from that one guy on Fox Sports 1 who does a podcast, Colin something. I can't remember his name, but he was talking about
Heard.
he blames the owners for everything that's going on, because the owners are selfish,
The owners,
right?
really?
Because you know what happened with OKC? They had this crazy team, and then they didn't want to pay James Harden that
Yeah.
extra, how much ever he wanted,
Yeah.
and then they end up
Yeah.
trading him, and then that leads to him
Yeah.
going to the Houston Rockets, and then KD and Westbrook are there, and then KD gets pissed off because he wanted to win and they could have won, so he ends up leaving. You see what was going
Uh-huh.
on, like these. I don't know. I think that was the only thing I actually got out of it. But now that I think about it, they don't want to pay their, like, oh yeah. Go. Just go. Close the door. No, I'm recording something. I'll finish it in a while. Just go. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was saying, or just cut it out.
Yeah.
I was saying, the thing that I remembered from all of this was, he was saying that, like, remember, I think it was a couple years ago, the All-Star game, maybe like 80% of the players in that All-Star game aren't playing for the teams that they were representing in that All-Star game. And
Really?
yeah, some of them were like, they were, DeMarcus Cousins, what happened to DeMarcus Cousins, DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi, LeBron, Durant, Westbrook,
Wow.
Melo. See what I'm going at?
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
there's a
crazy.
trend. They're not getting the respect that they deserve, or I don't think it's all about money, but I think it's about the respect factor.
For the players. Right?
Yeah,
The players have given their respects to the team.
obviously.
Being loyal to the team.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what happened
But
with
they're just not getting the other end.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I cut you off, but you should go. You should keep going.
Oh no, that's all I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna say remember when OKC was Seattle, the Supersonics,
Okay. Oh yeah.
and they drafted Durant, and the owner told Durant, he was
Yeah.
like, "We're gonna be staying here for a while, don't worry." And then like literally 9 months later, they moved to OKC. See, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you got, if you're gonna make a promise,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, it's annoying. It's irritating to me.
Which is why I told you earlier. I think I like the NHL, how they handle the business portion of the league a lot
Yeah.
better. And
Yeah.
speaking about that, there was Milan Lucic. I don't know if he I think he still plays for Edmonton, the Oilers. Yeah, he still does. He had
Yeah.
this interview on Barstool Sports, and he pretty much just like ripped DeRozan. So he's like,
Really?
yeah. So he says, like, I look at this whole DeRozan thing right now, and Whitney, the lady that was interviewing him, I heard you chirp these basketball players the whole playoffs, which is pretty funny. And the way DeRozan is being like this little, B word, he's being a little bitter B
Oh.
word at the organization for trading him for Kawhi Leonard, like literally a top 5 player in the league.
Oh no.
And if anybody knows Lucic is a kind of a baby.
Oh, is he?
He's a big guy. He's massive. But when he was playing Montreal, the Montreal Canadiens, he had this like little feud where he wouldn't shake hands or something with a Montreal Canadiens player. So I don't know
Wow.
if Lucci should be saying those kinds of things. But yeah, back to the NHL business portion and the NBA business portion of things. I don't like how the NBA handles business nowadays, and I blame the owners and the guys up top.
Yeah, I mean, it all goes to them. Everything that happens,
Mm-hmm.
like it all ends up just rerouting themselves.
Because these
Back
guys
to the
are
owners.
billionaires. Like,
They should be fixing stuff.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the NBA isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's all about making super teams.
Yep.
You know. And it's not the same. You know, it's not the same. What is it? They don't have as. I can't English right now, dude.
It doesn't have the same aura or the same feeling that it used to have.
It's still competitive.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
They're trying to. Like players are just trying to join together and hang out with
Players
become-
players want to win championships. They've seen what happens to the greats, like not winning championships, like in the '90s with Jordan.
Yeah.
They don't want to be like that, so they're going out there. They're building super teams.
Which sucks to me.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about sports
'Cause
is the
I
underdog
know-
story. Sorry, I cut you off again.
Oh, I love the underdogs. Oh, dude, who doesn't?
So what were you saying?
Who won the NCAA March Madness tournament?
Well, I don't remember. Was it like University of Carolina or something? North Carolina?
Was it Villanova? I don't remember.
Oh, Villanova was the year before.
It was right.
Yeah. And that 3-point
I'm
shot.
actually gonna search.
And
this
there
up.
was a lot of upsets in the NCAA last year.
Yeah, I love the NCAA because that's the stuff that happens.
Uh-huh.
Like that's where the underdogs come out.
Yep. And if people saw my bracket, I picked a bunch of those underdogs to win. I picked Loyola Chicago to go
Yeah.
first two rounds. And then I picked them to lose, but I'm proud of that.
No, that was good.
Yep. So
I feel like we should have what is it? My mind's blanking. I feel like we should have kept up my and yours like our brackets.
Mhm.
I feel like we should have kept that updated throughout our stories.
Oh, we
'Cause I
did.
know I
We
didn't do
posted it
And
on stories.
You did
Remember?
more than I did. No, you did. You did.
I didn't.
You did it pretty well, but I didn't do that much.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
which
thought
sucks.
Yep.
Because I wish I did.
next year. Don't worry, next year. There's always next year. But
All right.
should we end it off there, or should we keep going?
What about Dwayne Wade?
Did we talk about Dwayne Wade?
A little bit. We didn't talk about Dwayne Wade.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Dwayne Wade.
He got an offer from China
What was
for $25 million.
3 years?
I can't. I'm not sure how many years.
Yeah,
but
3 years. 3 years, 25 mil to
3
play in
years?
China,
Wow.
which I would take.
I mean, I don't know if I would take it if I was him.
Why not? Just
Well,
because it's in China,
like-
somewhere far.
Well, yeah, no, it's more like a family decision if I was him, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he has kids.
He has to take care of his kids, like
Mhm.
his family in general, and I'm pretty sure he wants to stay in America for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's made his money. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. He's made his money. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to get that 25 million,
Obviously,
right?
but if he wants
So
to
I
keep
feel
playing,
like he wouldn't. He does, yeah. He's 36, but he's for sure gonna be one of the best players there,
mm-hmm.
right? In China,
in China,
which is a good thing
yeah.
for him, but at that point in his career,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'd accept that.
Looking at some of the comments like that there's this guy named I think Ira Winderman on Sun Centennial. He's a Heat beat writer, so I think
Oh,
he
yeah?
talks about the Heat. I have a couple quotes from him where where he's talking about Wade. So he says, as a matter of perspective, Wade saw such a figure for a single season during his ugly 2016 free agency departure from the Heat to his hometown Chicago Bulls, which obviously didn't go his way.
Yeah.
Go back to it. The Heat, who are operating above the NBA salary cap, are limited either to an offer of the $5.3 million taxpayer mid-level exception for the 2018-19 to Wade, or the $2.3 million minimum salary for a player of Wade's 15th season NBA tenure. So that's one comment. The other comment is the Zhejiang Golden Bulls, okay, the team that offered him the 3 years, $25 million, who play in a 6,000-seat arena, have attracted a variety of American players over the years, including former Heat players Eddie Curry, Jarnell Stokes, Mike James, as well as Americans J.R. Smith. I think that might have been during the lockout. Josh Boone,
Yeah.
Quincy Doobie, I think I've heard that name, Kirk Snyder, Yvonne Johnson, and Lorenzo Brown. Like 95% of those names I don't even know.
They all went to China, right?
Yeah, they all went to China.
Wow.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't go now that I remember he has a family, and he likes Miami. I think he does.
He likes it there, yeah, word.
That. What is it? No taxes there, no income tax, in Miami.
But I think last week
Mhm.
he went to China to sign a lifetime contract with Lining.
was that for shoe?
I think it's just apparel in general.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think this guy needs any more money.
Yeah, no, money's not a problem for him anymore.
I think I think, especially older players, they just need security. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
like I think Dwayne Wade has that security now that he's back in Miami. Everybody loves him in Miami. He wouldn't leave. Maybe he should just retire.
But there are also players like T-Mac,
Mm-hmm.
Metal World Peace,
Yep.
Ron Artest,
Yep.
Metal World Peace, Marbury, right?
Yep.
They all went to the Chinese league after their NBA status,
Mm-hmm.
went down.
I don't know.
Which isn't a bad move. I'm not never gonna say that's a bad move,
Pardon?
but I'm never gonna say like the move from the transition between NBA to the Chinese Basketball Association.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be a good move to me,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just basketball wise.
Yeah.
Considering like life options, considering like family and all that, like if I was Wade, I would definitely stay
Mm-hmm.
in Miami.
There's always factors that go into decisions like that. Fans,
Yeah, for
money,
sure.
career, injuries, and then the other stuff like family, kids, city, kids schooling, all that kind of stuff, housing.
Yeah,
So,
it's become more than basketball for him now.
mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
is that it?
I feel like that should be it. I think it's getting a little bit long now
Yeah.
because we're sitting at what? About
sure.
just under an hour, 50 minutes,
Yeah.
give or take. Yeah, so maybe do an outro.
So this has been the first episode of the And One podcast, right?
Yep,
Not
correct.
YYC. Not YYC Sports, sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you guys have any comments, any feedback, or anything, if you want to get on the show, let us know. Email us, DM us. There's many
Comments.
different ways of contacting us, right?
Yep. Like I was gonna say that we have social media now. Well, no, I don't want to say we have social media. I was gonna say we have a Snapchat account now.
Oh yeah.
Where we're
yeah.
gonna let you guys know sports, like quick sports news, tweets, things that we find interesting in the basketball community.
We're gonna try and
yeah.
use social media in general.
Yep.
Take it to our advantage.
Because we're in the process of growth right now. We're trying to get into a consistent routine. In getting these episodes out to you, possibly weekly, maybe bi-weekly, maybe monthly. I don't even know.
We
how
still have
it's
to
gonna
figure
play
that out, which has been really
Yeah.
tough for us, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Because this is our
But we're
fifth
trying our
episode
best.
overall. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanna say. I think Do you have anything else to add?
No. I mean, this has been a good episode, in my opinion. We got a lot
Yeah,
of
I think this has
topics
been
up
one of our better ones. I think they're all good, but I think now I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we know
for
what we're talking about this episode.
Yeah, and I mean, sorry, I don't really have anything to say. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I was gonna add one more thing. I was gonna say this is gonna be more of an opinionated kind of podcast, not like, hey, this is the news. Here
Oh,
are
yeah,
the
for
facts. What are your opinions?
We're not-
what
we're
are your
not here
opinions based
to-
on it?
We're not
Pardon?
here to give you guys news. We're trying to give you guys
Yeah.
opinions. And things to debate about, basically.
Yeah, this is
Right.
just gonna be like a debate. Maybe it might be like first take, like where I'm on one side of the argument and Nancy's on the other side of the argument. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna agree, but I think this is gonna be like too crazy where we get like into this all-out argument. We're not those kinds of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Thanks for listening. If you guys wanna unsub or leave us because we're not talking about other sports, go ahead. But just know that we're moving into the basketball world, and hopefully you'll help us grow and just share this with your friends. Like I think you said that earlier.
Yeah.
So yep. So should we end this?
Yeah,
Maybe add like a comment or something, like you said a few episodes ago, or like a word for whoever listened to the end.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And one.
And one. Yeah, there
That's-
you go.
that's
Just
what
say
they
and
do.
one, guys. Any way you want to say it, and one with the number one, or and one spell it out as one. I don't care.
Whatever you prefer.
Whatever you prefer. That's it. If you want us to cover other stories as well in the NBA that we didn't get to cover this time around, just message us or comment. I want you guys to comment. Please comment, because
Yeah,
there aren't a
for
lot of comments on our pages. So
Share
yep.
with everyone you know as well. Especially, I
Sure.
want everyone to know
Yep.
that we're coming, right? We're really, I feel like we can be a really good podcast. And we
yeah,
need
and I also yeah, sorry,
followers.
cut you off again. I have a bad habit of doing that.
That's fine.
You want to say something first?
No, I just finished. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you guys want to come on as well, you basketball fans, like, we're not gonna force anyone to come on, but let's say if you're an OKC fan, what do you think about Westbrook? Not Westbrook, Paul George re-signing? If you want to talk about that. If you're a Houston Rockets fan, how do you feel Houston's gonna do? Are you a Golden State fan? Do you want to come on and defend your team? Are you a Raptors fan? Stuff like that. If you guys want to come on and talk about it, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you on.
Yep.
I think
that's
that
it.
is everything I'm gonna say.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
See you later, guys.